Today we're going to talk about passive income. And passive income is not really a thing. Most passive income, or people saying just get passive income, have a bunch of rentals that you have, and that's passive income supposedly. But many times there's a lot of work related to passive income and maybe time that you don't have to put the work in. Even marketing level things. Sometimes the person at the top does make money, but the 5 people below them do not make money. And you're putting a bunch of time and energy into doing what you're doing, and it's not really paying off. So I don't really like the word passive income because I believe everything you do takes work. And you need to decide, am I going to put the work in this? Is it worth it? And really decide what you're making from that business to realize if it's working for you. There's really only 2 ways to get wealthy, and both of them require a second step. One is to make more money. And a lot of times, if you stay what you're trained in, you will make more money eventually. Sometimes changing jobs and pivoting, even if you don't necessarily feel like it, will jump your salary more. So one way to make more money is to make more money, okay, to get wealthy. Second is to decrease your expenses so you have more money left over after expenses. And that may mean not buying things that you want right away, but actually putting them on a I want these things list, but right now I'm plugging away. Both of these things, making more money or decreasing your expenses, require that you invest early and often. And you might say, oh, I'm already 60. What does that mean for me? You're never too late, because this whole thing about I have to retire at age 59 or even FIRE, which is retire early, many people are still very productive in their 60s and 70s. It may not be on a full-time basis, but they can be very productive and bring in money to supplement their Social Security. So do not worry about that. It's never too late to start investing, to start putting that money away, to give you your financial freedom so you're not asking somebody else to support you when you go into your retirement, especially your kids. They'll be strapped too. They're not going to be able to support you when you're in your retirement. So you're going to need to plan for yourself. Many people will say, but I'm spending because it brings me happiness. And it's really not as simple as you think. There's a certain amount of money that does bring happiness. And they say that that's about $75,000 income for a family that brings happiness. When you hit that mark, that you can usually pay for your house, pay for your food, have a little bit of leisure activity, maybe a vacation every year, and you're happy. But after that, it doesn't really bring happiness. Not as much as you think it would, but when we're living paycheck to paycheck, many times we think, if I had more money, I would have a better house. If I had more money, I would get a different car. I would be able to take the vacation that somebody else is posting on Facebook. And so you become unhappy because you're thinking about, if I did, then, and that's natural to think that way. I'd be happy if I made more money, if I had a bigger house. But life is really a lot competition, even if you're just thinking about Facebook and what people post on Facebook. Their perfect picture after they took 20 shots, and you didn't see that half the family was fighting that vacation, but you just saw that their family gets to go on vacation together. And so you idolize it. When you could have the same amount of joy in a family get together at your house, that you guys have decided that you're doing a baking day before the holidays, or you're cutting pumpkins around Halloween, and you cook frozen pizzas and have some apple cider on the stove warming up that tastes yummy. There's memories, and a lot of times your kids even, and grandkids, won't remember the big expensive gifts or trips, but what they will remember is if you were present with them. And so think about it from that perspective. Be present and enjoy what you have. Do you know that life is kind of a competition? And they say that if you win the lottery, you have a 30% chance of going bankrupt within 5 years. And an even more staggering statistic is that if I win the lottery, my neighbor is at increased risk of going bankrupt, because It's all about keeping up with the Joneses. I want what they bought. It's a facade. A lot of it is a facade. So really think before you buy. Make sure that it is going to bring you happiness and not just more effort of something that you have to take care of. Life isn't a competition, but we compete and think they're happy, so I want that. And they're not necessarily happy. So also be careful who you socialize with, because that's going to set the bar for what you expect and in your own life. And maybe you don't have it. Maybe you're socializing up, because many people will say, be around people that stimulate your mind. If you're socializing up, don't think that you have to have what they have or what they're doing to be happy, because just because people have more doesn't mean they're happier. So just be cognizant, if you're socializing up, that you can be just as happy. Happiness does not come from money. And that's easy to say. But if you like this and want more ideas on what you can do with your money, hey, click subscribe, share this. I have a lot of good things on Alan Money Talks. And get my book on Amazon, Girls Just Want to Have Funds. My name is Monica, and I want to be your financial therapist.